I want to thank this network and these affiliates who carry this television show for their courage, for their intellectual honesty, to allow this discussion to happen. Now, I guarantee you, the people at Fox, the people who carry Sean Hannity's radio show, or Mark Levin, or Savage, these networks, these radio networks, would allow these hosts to discuss this or to have guests on who would discuss it. And you're beginning to see it. If you listen to some of this talk radio, you're beginning to see these hosts have the slow and somewhat troubling awakening that at the core of what we're seeing with the Islamic State, the beheading of these Coptic Christians, the crucifixion of Christians and unbelievers in the Levant, they're beginning to see and beginning to allow other people to say that the essence of this debate goes right to the person of Muhammad. This is about Muhammad. Now, that's actually intellectually honest, historically accurate, and for today's discussion, it's frightening. It's frightening. Now, I'm gonna speak honestly with you. And I ask you to stay with me, okay? Just for the sake of discussion. What if Jewish rabbis did have the Torah? They had the Old Testament. They had the texts. And what if, for whatever reason, the people who were the scribes who were copying these sacred texts, what if they did corrupt them? What if the teachers of Islam or of Judaism did bring innovations? What if Christian priests and monks and clerics who had the handwritten copies of the Gospels, what if those scribes, monks, religious scholars, what if they too corrupted the texts, made small innovations, like that Jesus is the Son of God and God the Son, or that he died for our sins? All right, you still with me? Just what if? What if the Jewish scriptures and the Christian scriptures were in fact corrupted by those who had control over them? And God said, I've had it. I'm going to send one final prophet to correct the errors of time, to set the record straight. And that prophet is Muhammad. And I'm going to give him a miraculous series of victories so that he puts an end to the public declaration of these heresies and these errors and these corruptions of true religion. What if God did send Muhammad? You know, it would, again, this is what it takes to get inside the mind of someone else. The suspension of reality, or the suspension of reality as we see it, and I'm not a relativist, so let's not go there, but suspension of what you know, and to put your mind in, and to at least open your mind to the thought, well, what if? What if it's true? And that these battles that Muhammad won really were miraculous. And if the suppression of error and heresy that would perhaps bring men into hell, what if God loved the truth and loved humanity so much that he was going to send a prophet, Muhammad, with a sword to suppress errors and heresy? What if Jesus didn't die for humanity's sins? What if he wasn't God the Son and the Son of God? and he was what Muhammad said. Then what? Well, then Muhammad would be right. All right? Never mind relativism. Well, it's what, if you believe that, that's fine. What he believes is fine. No. We're not talking about relativism where everyone can believe what they want. Both things cannot be true, okay? Jesus cannot be the Son of God and God the Son who died for our sins and rose from the dead, and Muhammad be the true prophet who was sent by God to suppress error and to suppress Trinitarianism and the idea that Jesus died for our sins, all right? They are diametrically opposed. So either this one is right, or they're both wrong, all right? That's it. It's a very small, finite number of choices there. Are you with me still? So what if Muhammad really was sent by God? Then what? Do you want to get America out of the hands of wicked and unjust men and women who are destroying the republic before our eyes, and put leadership back into the hands of righteous men and women so that we don't die as a nation? Well, you're talking about social revolution, and there are rules in social revolution. We can look at the victorious social revolutions of the past, such as the end of slavery, the end of child labor, women's voting rights, the end of segregation, and so much more, and learn from their victories. Look at their actions, their images, their rhetoric, their sacrifices, and their final fruit. We will send you this series that originally cost $129, 7 books for students, 1 teacher's guide, if you'll give a gift of any size and just pay for shipping and handling. Take advantage of it today.